Ink Ribbon.
It seems like I just did a review, but we already have a new pack for The Sims 4. This time, it's a game pack called Jungle Adventures. So first off, if you're like me and you enjoyed the World Adventures expansion in The Sims 3, I'm so sorry to say that you might be disappointed, but we'll get to that in a minute. First off, we've got quite a few new items in the buy mode, such as furniture, tables, chairs, decorations, appliances, and a ton of decor relating to jungle stuff with kind of a South American feel to them. It's also worth mentioning that they added avocados and black beans to the harvestables as well. And as usual, they added new clothing items and hair, as well as some interesting hats, but that's what we'd expect from these packs. Now let's get to the gameplay. First of all, I had to look up how to actually go on an adventure, and found out you have to choose Go on Vacation and select the area named Selva Dorada, and that will take you to the jungle. This can be done on a computer or a phone. Now I will say that the jungle is huge as far as how much you can zoom out and see. Once you get your bearings, you can choose to buy supplies for your expedition from the marketplace, including things like machetes, portable showers, beds, etc., although this isn't really necessary since your sim can get back to their lodge pretty easily. To go into the jungle, you simply walk up to plant-covered gates and hack away with your machete, or if you're like me, just rip the vines apart with your bare hands like an animal. Okay, now is the part where it becomes horribly disappointing. Rabbit holes. These so-called adventures you go on are rabbit holes. Go inside, you get a prompt with two options, and you roll the dice and pick one. Depending on what you choose, different things can happen, but in my experience, 99% of the time I was chased by bees. After you've made your choice, you can simply go through the gate and appear out the other side, regardless of what you picked, and continue your journey. Hack away the vines, go into the gates, pick an option, repeat. There are artifacts you can find and assemble from pieces, but it's not much different from normal collecting. Okay guys, so in my last review I got a few comments from you telling me that I missed a few things, so I went back and replayed a lot of it and was happy to discover that there are actually temples to explore. They are just a little hard to find. Unfortunately, this hasn't changed my opinion of this pack too much, but it definitely made me happier. The problem I have with the tombs is that the puzzles, much like the rabbit hole options, seem to be completely random with no skill involved. I would much prefer a trap that Sims dodge based on their fitness skill, or a wall that your sim can read if their archaeology skill is high enough. But instead there are various levers, buttons, and things that are random, which feels kind of cheap. Also, there was a skeleton that randomly appeared and had a lovely conversation with my sim before disappearing. Just so you know, skeletons are not life states. You cannot create a sim skeleton as far as I know. After finding the big treasure, the temple was over and I returned home and had my sim use the archaeology table to analyze what he had found. I spent $20 on this so I could review it for you guys, and honestly I would have never bought it otherwise. The supposed adventures feel extremely watered down and empty, but they did manage to capture a nice atmosphere with the South American jungle themed items and level. If you really want this pack, I'd recommend waiting for a sale. That's all I have to say about this pack. If you guys agree with me or think I missed anything, please let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.